Hello everyone, welcome to Magickal Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual, intuitive, and oracle, here with my Moonday Oracle Message for the World as a Collective this week of May 15th, 2017. So I just want to take a moment to say welcome to everyone who is new to my page and just really briefly explain how this Moonday reading works. So I refer to it as Moonday because Moonday is the old word for Monday. So just as you have Sunday that was based on the day of the sun, Moonday or Monday is based on the day of the moon, which is a day for using our intuitive abilities, connecting to our higher self or our spiritual self, if you will, and just allowing ourselves to receive or tap into that part of ourself that we don't ordinarily tap into with our busy, crazy days. Welcome Lori, Lisa, Shannon, Brenna, Tammy. Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. So, Moonday or Monday, I like to do the reading for the week, for the world as a collective. So that means anybody who finds themselves here this week or during this reading or later on if you even catch the replay, that means we function as one unit. Even though we all may be going through life and experiencing things differently or uniquely to ourselves, we are still experiencing all the same things in a sense, if I can explain it that way. Because we are all one big part of a very intricate web of life. So we all are connected, okay? So that's why I do these readings, because basically someone or anyone can take something important away. And I use my intuitive abilities and call in my guides and my higher self to assist me in bringing forth these divine messages for all of us, okay? So it's always for the highest good, never anything negative, and just helps us, give us a little bit of a guidance and insight as to how to best maneuver through the week, all right? Hi, Leah and Jillian. Thank you. I decided to just let it go natural today. So thank you, Jillian. Hi, Ange. Thanks for being here. There's something a little funky going on with my screen today, and I'm not quite sure what it is. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. It was very dark. Oh, no, Leah. How is the good? That brings me to how is the video quality for everyone that is tuning in right now? Are you able to hear me okay? Are you able to see me okay without any delays? Obviously, Leah is having a difficult time. Leah, hun, maybe if you log out and come back in, it might be working better for you. I think Brenna said that she had that issue last week and she was able to resolve it that way. So those of you who are here, thank you, Jillian. Jillian says perfect. Thank you, Brenna. Good for her. Hey, Angie. All right, well, I'm going to take it. Thank you, Shannon. That this is working well for everyone else, and Leah, it just might be something going on your end, unfortunately. So, hun, if you can hear me, just log out and come back in. That might do it for you, okay? How is everyone's week starting out so far? I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, and those of you who are mothers, and even those of you who are mothers of pets, you are still a mother. You are still out there being a rock star, taking care of someone, being selfless, and dedicating your time and energy and love to another being. So you are still a mother, and all of you are magical goddesses and rock stars. And so I hope that you had a wonderful holiday and day that was just special for you. Angie says you would not work on my iPhone, so I had to use my tablet. That's interesting. Very interesting. Welcome, Carol. Thanks for joining. All right, so those of you who follow me, thank you so much. I love that you do that. You know how this works. Those of you who do not, and this might be your first time here, welcome. And I'm going to just explain. So I do first one card reading for the world as a collective, and I refer to that as our Oracle Message for the week. Hi, Deborah. Oh, no. All right, hun. If you log out and log back in, it might fix it for you, okay? Otherwise, this will be available on replay, so I'm so sorry. So yes, so I do the oracle reading for the week as a collective, and then after that, I pull a card from my mudra deck. And mudras are ancient hand symbols or hand gestures, if you will, that enable us to channel the energy within our bodies or within our emotional bodies, and in order to best assist us. So whatever mudra comes forward usually goes hand in hand with the message of the week. So it assists us in being able to empower ourselves and take, take matters into our own hands and be able to focus our energy for a certain purpose. So it's different every time. Sometimes it's for release, sometimes it's for grounding, sometimes it's for anxiety, and sometimes it is for just spiritual enlightenment. So that is a really interesting and amazing way to start connecting with your energy body, an amazing way to start tapping into that other spiritual part of you. So then afterwards, usually if we have time, anybody who comments and says hello, just let me know that you're here. You are in my vision so that I can see you at the end. And I ask my guides or spirit to guide me to someone who most needs a special extra little message of insight or clarity going forward. And so it's always different, but it's always positive guidance for the highest and greatest good. It is never anything personal or any dirty laundry. Okay? So if you are interested in having a special little message, if I'm guided to call your name, because I only do for one person a week, then just comment and say hello and let me know that you're here. So at the end, I will go through all of the comments and see who I am most drawn to. All right? And we are at master number 11 once again. Hello, is it Jamie? Is it Jamie or is it Jamie? I'm sorry. I don't want to mispronounce your name, but you're commenting on my necklace, so thank you very much. I do believe it is opalite. I was told at the time I bought it many years ago, before I was a crystal addict and before I knew what I was doing, I was actually told that it was rainbow moonstone, and it does have a rainbow sheen to it. Okay, awesome. Two Jamies. So it does have a rainbow sheen to it, but I don't think it is rainbow moonstone. I actually feel more like it is opalite. So, but thank you very much for that. Perfect for Moon Day because it's a very watery energy to it, and I believe it is ruled by the element of water and intuition. So perfect for Moon Day reading. All right. So I know there's some fellas tuning in that just, it takes a little bit for you to step forward and comment and say hello, and it's like I have to pull it out of you. And hopefully we're going to change that. We've seen more and more men joining in to bring in that balance of this divine masculine goddess energy we have here and bring it into balance with all of you godly masculine energies. So if you do not want to, that's okay. You have free will. But if you comment, you do get in the opportunity to have a personal one-card reading done for you. So please feel free to just say hello. All right? Thank you, Roxana. Yes, I'm let it all out today. So, all right. So let's get into these readings so we don't hold up any more time here. So today I decided to once again work with the Earth Wisdom Oracle, and this is by Barbara. This one's by Barbara Moore. So I got tongue-tied with the other deck. All right, so very earthy yet spiritual. It's got a very beautiful blend of as above and so below. If you are drawn to the Celtic culture or druid-like energy, then this is definitely one for you. Hi, Lindsay. Thanks for being here, honey. And it does have a wonderful blend of crystals and plant information in here as well to go along with the message for each card. All right, so let's see what guidance Spirit has for the world as a collective this week of May 15th, 2017. Ooh, I feel like two of them wanted to come out, so I'm going to take them both. All right, so we get a treat because we get two cards today. So the first one that I looked at was number 6, Freedom. And you can see that there is a stone here, a single standing stone carved into it. It's surrounded by some beautiful, I believe it's blackthorn in this card, all surrounding it and kind of isolating it a little bit. So this card always, when it comes up, it reminds me of the individual work we must do in order to go into the, face the temple of our shadows, if you will, or the, how some have referred to it as the obsidian temple, which is all about facing your inner darkness or the shadows or those things that are holding you and keeping you from being able to be truly free. So, last week when we talked about, when our reading came up last week, it was all about releasing those fears and those things that were holding you back. And the full moon in Scorpio actually brought that up for all of us. It really forced us to deal with a lot of the lingering emotions that suddenly came back up to the surface. Any fears that we may have been experiencing, we were kind of, pushed into dealing with them or made to face them. So it's still kind of lingering, but you can see a transgression, if you will. You can see that we are beginning to move out of those shadows. However, it tells me that we are still holding on to something that's keeping us from being completely free as of yet. It does feel like there's still some form of attachment to, I don't know if it's an outcome or I don't know if it is. I'll go into the next card. The card that came out with that was awareness. And this is a 13. And it's hard to see because of the glare here, but it looks like a very rocky terrain is now begun to open up, and there is a, she's walking through this path that is now available to her, and she is being guided by the light of the moon, which makes me feel like, hey Lynette, that's okay, sweetheart. I just started pulling. We have 2 cards, freedom and awareness. So she's being guided by the light of the moon, which is exactly what happened with us last week with the full moon on Wednesday. Really, so what these 2 cards are saying is that the light of the moon is still having some lasting effects on us, even though we have moved out of the full moon and we are now waning in energy, moving back down towards the new moon. What is still happening is that you have now become aware. It's been brought to your attention. So those little things that have popped up in regards to, resistance or fear or, maybe some old patterns that all of a sudden came back again around full circle for you to be dealing with again, some old emotions, all of these things that are coming up back to the surface are coming up. You are now aware of them. So the light of the moon has guided you. Your intuition is guiding you, showing you what needs to be released. So it's not something that you snap your fingers and it's just magically gone the moment the full moon comes in. We do a little intentional release, and we say, okay, I recognize and I let go. Sometimes it's not that easy, guys, okay? I really wish it was. But imagine the depth of layers and things that you have buried deep down for at least years and years and years in this lifetime, but we could even be dealing with stuff from many lifetimes, from many, many things that have all just kind of piled up and been stored within our DNA because we never dealt with it. So as karma works, you bring it along with you on your journey the next time around until you deal with it. And if you don't deal with it, well, you're bringing that along once again with anything else. So it could be very deep workings, and this is why it's coming back up again this week. So these 2 cards together are basically just telling you that things have come up to the surface. You're starting to step back into your power. You are starting to recognize that in which has kept you prisoner for far too long. Now you are aware. The light of the moon has guided you, and now it's time to listen to your intuition. Listen to the voice of your higher self and allow it to keep guiding you, because it is guiding you to safety and out of harm's way, if that makes sense, without you being in any actual physical danger. But it is guiding you away from the rocky, dark shadows, part of yourself that has been keeping you held down. It's starting to move you into this brand new, ethereal, majestic time of enlightenment, this radiant, glowing light in the darkness, if you will, okay? So just continue to listen to your intuition in regards to circumstances that are coming up that are old patterns that are just like a new cycle all of a sudden repeating itself. Maybe it kicked up some emotions in regards to past relationships or friendships, and you're starting to feel like you could possibly fall back down into that process. Listen to your intuition. It's not going to steer you wrong. So just remember that this is about standing in your power, taking back all of those things from those situations, all of the lessons that you learned, and allowing you to move forward. So you take the knowledge and the power that you gain with you on your journey moving forward, because now the path is opening up to us, okay? Hannah says, so true for me, Scorpio full moon brought up some big stuff I have been unwilling to deal with. And that is very, thank you for sharing that, Hannah, but that is exactly what has been occurring for the good majority of us. Some of us, you know, we might be fortunate enough to have seen it, we're recognizing, and we're moving on, and we're not allowing it to keep us back, okay? Oh no, Zana, I'm sorry. So anybody who's having a problem right now, it seems some of us are good and some of us aren't. The only thing that I can suggest is, Chanel, you as well, log out and then try to come back in. So you might have to completely X everything out, maybe even try clearing your cache really briefly, okay? And I hope that works. I'm sorry, everybody. So yes, continue to follow your intuition. And one thing that I do keep hearing very strongly is there is still an attachment to outcome that we're holding on to. That means, so you start to see the path forward, okay? I'm gonna try to give you an example. You start to see the path forward, and you start to see opportunities that are new, very unfamiliar, all of this new territory. Once you shed all of those layers of things, that outworn skin, once you shed that, it's like this brand new, fresh, vulnerable, exposed version of yourself. So you're out there in unfamiliar territory, and you really don't know what waits for you on the other side once you step over that threshold. But you can't focus on that. You can, because when you do so, you're allowing fear to come back into your life once again. And that will essentially keep you held back again. So you don't want to continue to replay that type of a pattern. But also what you're doing is you're projecting your vision or your energy to the future. You want a guaranteed good outcome. And that's not going to help you out. We have to focus our energy and our vision on the here and now. And just know that the path that's opening up to you and presenting itself is doing so for good reason. Whether or not there are some challenges along the way, you know, no one can guarantee that. It doesn't mean everything's going to be pleasant, bunnies and rainbows just because you stepped into a new territory. But it's still very necessary for your personal growth and to move you onto the right path, to move you into this version of yourself and on this journey. Remember that saying that says the magic or the lesson or the beauty does not happen when you get to the destination. It all occurs on the journey, okay? So that's the important message here, is to let go of attachment to an outcome. Let go of attachment to how you want to see something play out. Don't focus on that. Just be here and now and know that you are trusting in your intuitive guidance and the guidance of your higher self or your guides, and the path is just beginning to open up for you, all right? Carol, sweetheart, I am so sorry. It looks like lots of people are having problems today. So I will make sure that I save this video to my device afterwards, just in case Facebook doesn't want to post it. I have been having some difficulties lately. You all saw that I posted the other day that, because of a video that I recorded and posted on my personal page, it temporarily blocked me from being able to even upload any videos. So I could just still be having some issues over here. All right. Sorry. Let's see. Lori says it was like the blindfold was removed and making us face them to move forward. Perfect explanation and analogy, Lori. Yes, it absolutely is and still is. We're still uncovering. We are still unveiling. But the strong message for all of us to just remember is that we got to keep moving forward. Don't look back. Don't stop. Keep on moving forward without wondering where you're going. All right? You just got to focus and be present in the here and now, and trust that that radiant light is guiding you where you need to be. All right? Okay. So that is the message for the world as a collective this week. Now we are going to go into the mudras. So I like to work with mudras because it's an ancient way of using your body through the hand movements to channel your energy, to tap into those to your energy centers within you, also known as even your chakras. It goes in conjunction with that to remove energy blockages, to teach you how to see clearly, how to ground yourself, how to, it's got many different benefits, not just metaphysical or not just spiritual. It also has health benefits, and when I read each mudra card, I do explain what this particular mudra can assist you with on the physical level as well as the emotional level. Okay, so this deck that I love to work with is the Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body, and this is by Alison De Nicola. Okay, so it does have chakras in this deck as well, and I don't take them out just because I believe what's supposed to come out will come out. So, sometimes we might accidentally, it's not really an accident, we do get chakras in here, but I will still match it with a mudra, okay? So let's see what mudra will assist us in stepping into our power and into our freedom, to releasing those attachments of fear, insecurities, fear of the unknown, just all of these obstacles that are still holding us back. Angie says, loving the synchronicity with my Mindful Monday. Oh, yeah. So, and usually I do share your Mindful Mondays, but I also share your affirmation for the week. So if you haven't already seen that, head over to Angie's page, Crystal Essence Healing, or you could also check my page, and I usually do share her posts. All right, mudra time. Let's see what mudra is going to come forward to work with us this week. Ooh, this is a new one. We haven't had this one before. So this is an interesting, it says it is known as the Shanka Mudra, okay? And it says it's for reassurance, which is interesting considering we were just talking about how we cannot focus on having a guarantee that what's happening or where we're going is the right direction. So this is just reassurance to let you know to just trust, reassuring that you're going the right way. These things that are happening, they're coming forward for a reason. So do you see how I love the synchronicity? I love how they work in conjunction with our message. And this is a way to take our power into our own hands. So when you start to feel that, those creepy little fearmongers and goblins whispering in your ear telling you, you can't do this. There's some, you've got to have reassurance and you've got to be positive before you make any moves and take those bold leap forwards. This is a way to quell those voices and use the power of your own energy and your own hands to bring in, or to remove, I should say, that doubt and those fears through the reassuring mudra. All right? So this says it assists with inner well-being, inner nourishment, and feeling safe. Relieves tension and assists your pelvic or prostate issues. Enhances circulation in reproductive and urinary systems. Calming and stabilizing. So this can be used for the wonderful physical benefits for anybody who may be experiencing issues in those departments, as well as on the emotional level. Yes, it says Shanka, and so maybe they just did it a little differently, but I think, so Shanka. Maybe it's just said shunk. You're right, it could be just said that way, and I could just be botching it, because I do that. So, what we're going to do here is you are going to grasp the left thumb with the right hand. Curl the left hand over the right hand. Touch the tip of the right thumb to the tips of the left index, middle, and ring finger. Relax the shoulders and belly and find your natural breath. So I'm going to do this with you before we actually practice it. I'll show you. I'll walk you through it because this is a new one for me. So you are going to grab your left thumb with your right hand. So remember, I'm backwards for you. So left thumb with your right hand. Curl the left hand over the right hand. Now touch the tips of the right thumb to, I gotta see this picture again. All right, so you're going to touch the tips of the, I think my fingers are just not long enough. The right thumb here to the tips of your index, middle, and ring finger. Okay, so it should look like this. All right, and I'll show you the card again. So one more time, because this one's a little trickier. So you're just going to take your left thumb, grasp it with your right hand. Curl the left hand over the right hand. Touch the tip of the right thumb to the tips of the left index, middle, and ring fingers. Okay, so I think that I just have really tiny hands. All right. So you're going to relax your shoulders. Okay, so drop them down. And your belly. So you're going to take away all tension in your belly. Just release. And find your natural breath. And you can just hold it out in front of you if you like. Just allow yourself to rest. So now we will state an intention the same way as we have done before. And I will walk you through that. So all you have to do right now, and this is what you can do on your own at home, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And relax. And as you breathe out through your mouth, push the breath into the tips of your fingers, focusing on the energy. And say, self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out. Focus your breath on the tips of your fingers and your hands. And say, self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. One more time in through your nose. And release. Self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. And so it is. And you can open your eyes. Okay? So I always recommend a minimum of 3 breaths along with the mudra, but you can do that as many times as you need to in order to attain or achieve that reassuring state that we need to feel to bring in that ground and centering as well. All right? I hope everybody enjoyed that one. And remember, anytime something comes up this week that is making you feel uncertain, making you feel fearful, when you catch yourself focusing too far ahead, looking for guarantees, stop yourself. Remember the mudra. I will take a picture of this today and I will post it on my page so that you can come back to it anytime that you need to, because I know remembering off the top of your head will probably be tricky with this one. All right, so thank you everyone. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to scroll through the comments. I'm so sorry for those of you who are still having problems. I don't really know what else I can do to fix that. So I hope that you're just able to catch it back on the replay with no issues, okay? Hi, Sherry. I know you're not the only one, beautiful. I am so sorry, but thank you for trying to be here anyway and for being a trooper. I appreciate that. Much love to you. So now I'm going to scroll through the comments, and I'm just going to see who's here, who can Spirit guides me to most needs a little message here today. Hi, Judy. I see you here. Hi, Rita. Hi, June. Okay. I do believe Rita Jimenez, this message is going to be for you. I'm not sure if you're here. I know you were having technical difficulties. I'll do the message anyway, and then you can just catch it back on the replay if not, okay? But if you are here right now, just let me know. Say hi, because I know you tried to go in and come out a few times. Good, Angie and Lori, thanks for sharing. I'm glad you both enjoyed it. It was a good one. I like that one. I think my fingers are too small. You know what? That's a good... Angie, you really make a good point. I was going to ask you earlier. Angie says, I think it might be Apple that's having with Facebook in hand to go on. I think it might be Apple that is having the issues with Facebook, because I had to go on my Samsung tablet to be able to watch. Great point. The last few weeks that I've been having problems with people on seeing my live videos and being able to watch them, I noticed that when I watch my videos back on my iPad, which is Apple, there's always a delay. And it looks like, you know, one of those old, what are they, like the Japanese movies or the Chinese movies where, you know, it's like a delay and it looks kind of funny when they're talking. But when I watch it back on my Android cell phone, everything is perfect. So it's really, really crazy. I don't know. It could possibly be the actual app for Apple devices that's having the problem. So I'm really not sure. And I just hope it gets it worked out soon. So I'm sorry, everyone. Hannah says, my hands didn't want to let go. I love the mudra. Thanks. There you go. So great point, Hannah. Usually if you don't want to let go, it's because you're not ready to. That's your body. Some people don't realize that our bodies actually act as intuitive guides as well. Our bodies do let us know. Sometimes when I'm doing a reading for someone or from receiving information, sometimes I will get taps. I'll feel like, or muscle spasms in a certain area in like they're wanting me to pay more attention to. Or if there's something on my right hand side, I'll get like a muscle spasm on my right side that I should be paying attention to over there. So, yeah, so pay attention to your body. If you weren't ready to release, it's because you still needed to continue to do it. So thank you for sharing that. Jamie says, yep, I'm on Android and it always works well for me. Thank you, Jamie. Lori, that's also a good point. It could be your internet provider. Live videos are streaming, so it is difficult sometimes. So regardless, I do hope it's all situated. Rita, without further ado, I know you must not be here, but I'm going to go into your message anyway, sweetie. And then it'll just be a little surprise for you, okay? I know, Sherry, it is. You know what? Maybe try uninstalling your app, your Facebook app, or whatever it is that you're watching it on, and then try reinstalling it. See if that helps. I don't know, what else could possibly be done about it. Shannon says, I felt like there was a burst in my forehead. Nothing horrible, but during the mudra. Very interesting. You have your third eye chakra there, and you could potentially have some blockage going on energetically. So maybe there was this assisted in bringing some, moving the energy around within you. Even though that's not what that mudra calls for, it doesn't mean that you weren't moving the energy through your body, Shannon. So very possible that it could have something to do with your third eye chakra there. Okay, Rita, what do you most need to know? Rita, you got the boundaries card, love. So if you look at this card, you can see that this warrior is seemingly very happy. However, he's holding his sword very loosely, just kind of relaxing and resting on it. But he knows that if he needs to use it, It's there. He's just not feeling like he needs to go that far right now as to use it. But he is surrounded by a beautiful circle of flowers and crystals, okay? So what this is telling you is that you are absolutely, this is a really good time with whatever is going on in your life, without airing any personal business, with whatever is going on in your life, to learn how to draw your boundaries. Literally, what we use swords for when we work with magic or athames is to actually draw our boundary or our circle of protection around us. Now, this is not saying that you necessarily need protection, but you just need to set your boundaries, draw them, and then do not allow anyone to cross them. Drawing your boundaries does not have to be something that is hostile. It does not have to result in a full-blown argument or cutting someone off completely, which is where it comes in with his sword. He doesn't need to use his weapon. It's not that serious of a situation. There are things that can be done to draw your boundaries very clearly and not allow anyone to cross them, including yourself. So this is about having respect on your own boundaries and then ensuring that others don't cross those boundaries either, because anyone else will do whatever it is that you allow them to do. You are in complete power and in complete control of your own boundaries being crossed, okay? Hi, Rob. Glad you made it. Yes, absolutely. So you are in complete control. So again, force and hostility is not necessary, love, but drawing your boundaries is just setting up that invisible barrier that says, don't cross them. This is what I need. This is the only thing that I will allow, or I will not, what's the word that I'm looking for? I will not sacrifice my, what it is that I need for me, for my own personal growth, for my own personal well-being and whatnot. So that's what this card is saying to you. Establish your boundaries, and above all, you, before anyone else, have to have respect for your own boundaries, because you teach others how to behave toward you, and you teach others where they can and cannot, if they can step their foot over the line or not, all right? So much luck with that. I hope that that makes perfect sense to you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment with them, and I will answer as best as I possibly can, all right? So that is going to wrap up the Moonday reading for those of you who just tuned in. I do apologize that you are now missing, that you did miss it, but you can absolutely check it out from the beginning. And Lindsay, welcome. I see that you just popped in too, hun. So yes, check the replay back out if anybody has any problems with it, because I know a lot of people are struggling right now with it. Just reach out to me and let me know. And like I said, I'm going to do my best to ensure that the replay posts without any problems. All right. Thanks for tuning in and for being here. Don't forget to utilize the mudra for this week. Love and magical blessings. And I'm going to see you back here on Fortune Friday.